Welcome back to our 10th episode of Take a Play Break with your Play for the Future hosts. I'm Ahu.
Hi, I'm Carol.
Tori.
I'm Sarah. We are feeling really sad today that it is our very last Take a Play Break episode with you all. We've had such a blast getting to create these videos for you, and we really hope that you enjoyed getting to play along with us. Since it's our last time to play together, we thought we could create something that we hope you guys get to enjoy for a long time. A stay-at-home bucket list. So throughout this unexpected time at home, your Play for the Future team have each gone to do some really cool, unexpected, and new things. For me, I didn't realize that with a little bit more free time, I'd have the opportunity to do something I really love that I haven't actually had the time to do with all the hustle and bustle of school. I really enjoy getting to paint, and unfortunately, I haven't had the most time to do that hobby of mine. So with all this unexpected time at home, I've even gotten time to pick back up on a hobby that I really enjoyed, and I've gotten to get back into watercoloring. In fact, I got to create this piece right here.
Wow.
I really liked getting to paint. So, cats, I wonder what cool things you guys have gotten to do with your time at home. Carol, can you start?
Since quarantine started, since all this time at home started, I've been taking a lot of walks with my dog. And as part of those walks, I started noticing all of the birds that live in my neighborhood, and they live in the trees and they like to sit up on the wires. And I started getting really interested in what kind of birds those were. So I started learning a little bit about identifying, that means to tell what they are, birds. And what's really neat about that is you can identify birds by both their colors, their calls, the kind of sounds and songs that they make, and their habits, their behaviors, where you see them, what they're doing. And so I think all of that is really interesting, and it makes my walks a lot more enjoyable, because I never know what kind of birds I might see, even though I'm walking in some of the same places. So some of the birds that I've seen in my yard and in my neighborhood are a northern cardinal, which are bright red color. The males, the boys, are bright red, and the females or girls are a little less colorful. And blue jays and a mockingbird. And the mockingbirds are really interesting because they can mimic or make sounds like lots of other things. They have lots of different calls and characters. And there's actually a plant called a wisteria in our backyard, and the mockingbirds are nesting in that. And my favorite is called a black-capped chickadee, just because I think that's a neat sounding word to say.
Wow, Carol, that's so cool. Thank you so much for sharing. What about you, Tori?
Like you, Ahu, I picked up an old hobby of mine because one of my friends just had a baby, and I've been wanting to make a blanket for him. So I've been crocheting. You guys can see it here. This is the start of it. So you take just normal yarn and you can turn it into things, and you use a tool called a hook. You can see it's got a little hook on the end there. And all you do is you use the hook to tie knots. So you just go around and you loop the yarn a lot of times, and it actually makes knots when you're doing it. See?
Wow. That's awesome, Tori. Thank you so much for sharing. I can't wait to see what it looks like when it's finished. What about you, Sarah?
Well, before the quarantine, I used to go to the gym every day to exercise. And so I've had to find a new way to exercise. I've been walking and running around my neighborhood, and I have met so many people in my neighborhood. I don't know their names, but I do run past their houses every day. And I have made some friends that say, "Good job," or "Your second lap." They like to yell at me as I run by, and they're very friendly people of my neighborhood that I would have never met if I didn't start exercising outside. So there's lots of friendly people that I've still been able to kind of wave at as I've been in quarantine. So.
Wow. It's so cool that you took something that you really enjoyed getting to do, like going to the gym every day, and found a really cool way to meet that need at home. That's awesome. I wonder, what about you guys? What have you guys gotten to do at home? Have you gotten more time to spend time with family, complete a puzzle, go on a walk? Have you played games at home? We want to spend a little bit of time today creating a stay-at-home bucket list. So you might be wondering what a bucket list is. A bucket list is a list of goals, wishes, and dreams that you hope to accomplish. So for today, we're collecting all the things that we hope to be able to experience and do while we're stuck at home. So sometimes it can feel really boring and sad and worrying, especially when you feel like you're stuck at home. But we hope that we may be able to think about some opportunities for us to do some more time, spend some more time doing things that we love with all of this time at home. So for this activity, you'll just need one sheet of paper and something to write with. And when I say go, we're going to start making a list of all the things that we hope to do, both independently and maybe with our families, including like your parents or your siblings. So you can draw pictures, you can write words, or use any other kind of representation to really show the activities that you really hope to accomplish with all this time that you have at home. Are you guys ready? Let's go. Okay, are you guys all done? If you aren't, feel free to pause the video until you finish, and you can finish your list and turn us back on when you're ready. We really, really don't want to rush your creative process. So, cats, are you guys ready to share? Carol, can you share a couple things that are on your bucket list?
This is the bucket list that I made, and some of the favorite things that I might like to share are to learn at least 3 new kinds of birds, because I just shared that was my new quarantine hobby. And also to read a book just for fun. I do a lot of reading for class and for school, and I would really like to read a book just because I enjoy it.
Wow, Carol, that's awesome. I like how you use the goal that you already were working towards and put it in your list too, so you could expand on it. That's awesome. This is my bucket list. I used a lot of bright colors on here. And I actually put read for fun on here too, Carol. Great minds must think alike. I read a lot for school, and I was really hoping to just read a couple good books to unwind. And the other thing I put on here is I really, really want to be able to learn how to bake a cake. I've baked before, but I really want to try to make something from scratch. So that might be something fun to do with my family. What about you, Tori?
Well, like you guys, I have read a book on mine too. But I thought I might take some time and teach Mocha how to roll over, or maybe write a short story.
Awesome, Tori. Those are really, really cool goals to have. What about you, Sarah?
Well, I decided that something that was really important for me is still to stay connected to my friends so I put Zoom my friends. That's like doing a video call with them so I can still see them while we're in quarantine. And whenever you guys were talking, I added the one read for fun too.
Awesome. Thanks so much for sharing, Sarah. I'm glad we could all get to do a little bit of fun reading over our time at home. Sounds like that'd be really, really relaxing. What about you guys? I wonder what you guys came up with. So I really hope that you guys can spend some time finishing your lists if you haven't already, and feel free to add them on Instagram and tag us at CTR, the number 4, Play Therapy. We can't wait to see what you all created. So we hope that you guys know that we're really, really gonna miss getting to spend some time with you. We hope that these lists gave you and your families some great ideas of activities that you can complete by yourself and with your family, even if we aren't here with you guys. We also want to spend some time saying goodbye and sharing a few words of encouragement with you all. Carol?
I want you to know that doing these videos and thinking about you watching these videos has always been such a bright part of my week. And I want to encourage my cat's friends and you and myself too, that even through hard times, there can be good things. And I hope we can all just be surprised, be curious, and see what maybe some of those good things will be that we can't see right now.
Thanks so much for sharing, Carol. My words of encouragement are kind of similar. I know that this time can feel really, really stressful. And what's kind of wonky is that we're still doing school even when we're stuck at home. So it can be really hard to include a little bit of play and fun in your days. And for me, just like kind of like what Carol said, getting to make these videos really, really reminds me that I should stop and enjoy some parts of my day and really incorporate play and fun into everything that I'm doing. So I hope that you were able to do that with us too. Tori?
Kind of like you, Ahu, I loved how creative we were able to be with these videos. I got to use some muscles that I haven't used in a long time, as we have been literally doing stuff like stretching and yoga, but also as we've done cool things like drawing and painting and making rock pets. So I hope you guys can continue to find fun ways to stay connected with your families and friends.
Thanks, Tori. What about you, Sarah?
Well, I just want to remind you guys that it's okay to have whatever kind of feelings you've been having during this time, stuck at home in quarantine. And just know that if you get bored, you can watch our videos again and maybe try something that you thought was fun the first time. And we're really going to miss hanging out with you every week. So thank you for letting us be part of your family while you're in quarantine.
Thanks so much, you guys. Your Take a Play Break team will really miss you. Goodbye from us.
Bye.